right, so I'm in this property and it's pretty banged up. I'm not going to lie. Look at this. It's pretty bad, but my father is a real estate investor. He does this, he's been doing it over several years. So with that being said, I have his help, and the opportunity is here. He likes places like these because he's able to rehab and make a profit off of it if he decides to flip. If he doesn't flip, then we will do this as a rental property. So me as a beginner, of course, looking at this, I'd be super afraid to even do anything like this. But I want to like, this is probably the most cleanest room out of this whole entire house, but look at this roof coming through. But I wanted to document this to see if, look at that. Then over here, along with over here, it's pretty bad. I could walk into the restroom, even worse. But yeah, basically documenting this because you never know, this could work.
See, I like looking at stuff like this. I see the potential. It needs landscaping. You see the house is near around now? You see it?
Yeah, it's in a good area.
It's an ugly home, but it's in a great neighborhood. Ugly home in a very good neighborhood. That's what I like about it.
Arrived at the second property. Now this home is currently a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage. Now as we take a quick tour around the house, as you can tell, there are some repairs that are needed, but in comparison to the first home, we may not have to do that much rehab. But then again, we would have to take a deeper dive into the property before we can assume anything. Now the purchase price of this home is $149,000. But as you can tell, this home is pretty small already. So if we do proceed to purchasing this home, we would need to convert the garage into an extra bedroom. This will give more square footage and bring the value of the home up. With that being said, if we do that, the home will be a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a 1-car garage. So we will see if we continue with it. So we made it to the property. We're about to basically take a quick tour of it before we decide to move on and close. So let's go.
I found a new water heater, so that's a good thing. New water heater. Of course, you're going to replace some sheetrock. All that's going to get replaced. It's going to be a new bedroom right here. We're going to put a bathroom in here, and it's going to add a new bedroom. So it's adding about 4,500 square foot. So it's going to be nice.
Terrified. Cats are interesting. The cat doesn't have claws or anything.
So why are we filling this pool up?
So we're going to fill this pool up because as we are renting this out, it just lessens the liability. I don't want somebody to get hurt in here or drown or something like that. So what I do is to help it out or to mask it is fill it in and be done with it. It adds room also to the backyard, makes the backyard bigger too. Appreciate it.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Jasmine.
Nice to meet you.
Next property is hopefully these guys will give us some more property.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Yeah.
Let us know.
We're working on it.
All right.
So you'll be ready. When's gonna be your turn to do what he's doing?
This is actually.
This is mine.
Oh, this is yours.
Yeah.
It was gonna be mine.
Oh, she took it.
She took it.
That's a good
This
one.
is gonna be a good one, and we're gonna do another one.
So I smelled a lot of smoke when we walked in. The previous person living in it, she smokes, so how would we get that out?
So we get the smoke out by When we go inside, we're gonna do a lot of paint. We're gonna paint the whole inside of the house. So when you put kilts on the wall, it's a primer. Kilts, that's gonna absorb all that smoke. So it's gonna get all that smoke out. So we don't really worry about that. Plus, anything where the bedrooms where it had carpet, we're gonna get that removed out too. So there's not gonna be smoke smell in there. So those two things right there that we do, adding the kilt and also replacing the flooring, that's gonna help out a lot.
Okay, and then why are we converting the garage to a master bedroom?
So we're converting the garage into a master bedroom because right now the way it is, it's only at a little over 1,000 square foot. When we made the conversion from the garage to the extra bedroom, it's going to add more square footage, about 455 square foot, and that's just going to add more value to the property.
Okay, and typically the pool, why are we filling it up again?
So the pool, because it's a rental, I like to minimize my risk. I don't want anybody to get hurt, injured, or killed. And my properties with a pool, it's just too much of a risk. So we're just gonna fill it in. And plus, when you do that, that's just gonna add more room for the backyard because it's a good sized backyard already. So that's just gonna help out both ways. Adds more room in the backyard, more space, minimize my risk as a landlord for my tenants. Did you turn it off?
Now I will. So today I am officially closing on a house, the house that you previously seen. I gave you a complete tour of it. So I'm going to be taking you along the way to actually see what it is like to go to the title company and get your first deal. So we just made it to the title company. This is where the buyer and the seller will be signing all the documentation so that we can proceed to getting the home. Oh, I just wanted to document this moment.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You want
we
to be
just
in
can't record the closing.
Oh, just can't
but,
record the closing?
Yeah,
Okay, I can't record the entire process, but we are about to sign the paperwork to finalize the deal. The purchase price of this property came out to be $149,000. The rehab cost came out to be $41,400. The closing cost came out to be $7,400, leaving an all-in cost of $197,800. Now the house is appraised for $255,000. What we're gonna do is take that $255,000 and minus it from the all-in cost, which leaves us the equity capture of $57,200. I would like to properly introduce the expert himself, my father, Eric Young. He's been doing real estate investing for around 22 years. He also has over 15 single-family homes, along with 2 apartment complexes. So the appraised value comes out to be $255,000. Now we take the appraised value, we minus it from the all-in cost, and get a total of $57,200 as our equity capture. Now, for a beginner, can you explain to us what is a equity capture and why is it so important when dealing with real estate investing?
So equity capture is extremely important because that unrealized capital gain, when you get time and it's seasoned, or you've been in the property for at least a year, or you've held the property for at least a year as an investment property, and the market is good, you can turn around and go do what you call a cash out refi, and you can reclaim that equity capture. Then once you get that equity capture, it gives you the potential to go get another deal and pay little or no money down on your next deal. So equity capture is extremely important. It helps your money grow exponentially to go get another deal.
So as a beginner, the purchase price of $149,000 can be pretty intimidating for a newbie. Is there a certain method or strategy you use to not use your own money? How do you go about it?
So when you get into these deals, first of all, you need to know what your budget is and how much you want to spend. It's good to have a mentor or somebody that can help you out and guide you along the way so you don't make costly mistakes. But the 149 can be a bit intimidating. However, you have to look at the overall picture and how much equity capture you're going to gain on these properties, how much you're going to be renting these things out for. Once you do a detailed analysis of the deal, then that will make you feel comfortable to be able to go ahead and move forward. There is a website that I use to help me out, to give me all this information, that gives you a bird's eye view to let you know if this is worth a deal or not to move forward.
Okay, and then the link in the description will be below for that so that you can check it out. I mentioned the rehab cost of $41,400. Now, as a beginner, are we supposed to come to the property and start knocking down walls and rebuilding everything ourselves? How would you explain that to us?
Okay, so starting off as a beginner, what I highly recommend is that you get different contractors, at least 3 to 4 contractors in separate times. And this is what you do. I come in with my notepad and I come in with my first contractor, and I start breaking it down to say, hey, look, I need this done. I need the lights replaced. I need the fixtures done. I need the bathrooms remodeled, whatever it is. Write that down on paper and then ask them what it's going to be for the total rehab cost. And I do that with each different contractor, at least 3 or 4. And then when I do that, that should give me an average. When they all bring back their rehab cost to me, I should have an average on how much it's going to cost. If there's one that's just way, way too high, I won't even deal with them. So that's how I go about doing my rehab costs, to make sure I got a legitimate price.
What is one piece of advice you'll give someone that is looking to start real estate investing? Since I am currently in my early 20s, I want to give you 2 different scenarios. Now, the first person is someone that doesn't have any money to start off, but they are actually interested in pursuing real estate investing. Now, the second person is someone that has money, has a little capital on the side, and just wants some type of passive income, but has no type of guidance as well. So let's start off with the first person, which is they don't have any money to start off, but they are interested in starting real estate investment. How can they even begin?
Okay, so a couple of ways you can begin, or how a beginner should begin in that situation is, one, first of all, you need to get educated. Be sure you get educated in knowing what you're doing. Again, get with a mentor, an investment group, or somebody. Now, if you have no money to get started, which I was in that same situation, there's a couple things you can do. One, you can sell some items that you no longer use, and in addition to that, save money along with it to build up a cash reserve. Second option you can do, which is what I've done, is I've partnered with people that have money. Believe it or not, there's people out there that have money, for example, have their IRAs, and they want to be passive in a real estate investment deal where you're being active and actually finding a deal and getting with the contractors. So a lot of people you could just partner with. That's how I got started in the real estate game.
Okay. For person number 2, someone that has a little bit of capital and wants to start investing, but they don't have the knowledge, how would you tell someone, or how could someone gain the knowledge in order to use their money properly?
Oh, hold on, that's a good question. For somebody that has the capital but doesn't have the guidance, you need to find a good mentor. I do mentorship, so you can reach out to me. Also, if you have a little bit of capital, I would also say make sure your credit is decent and good, and I'm saying at least maybe 680 credit score. Every lender is different, but when you have good credit score, you can actually leverage a lot better with better terms. So your capital is well needed and it could be put to use.
Okay. So you mentioned credit score. Now, you said it varies from different type of lenders, but what would you recommend, or how could you suggest to the beginners, how can they fix their credit, or, you know, if their credit is not that great, what would you recommend them?
So good question. So that's one of the biggest hurdles that people misunderstand. Your credit is the greatest leverage to get to wealth. All right. So when you have great credit or good credit, that can excel you to get to financial freedom and beyond that by wealth. So here's what I would do. And I was in this position. As a very beginner, I didn't have great credit. So what I did was I got my credit fixed. I did the things that I could do myself. And then after that, if it wasn't high enough, I would always get with a third-party credit restoration company. There's plenty of them out there. I have one in the link below, but you can get with a third-party credit repair company. They can assist you and help you at least bring your credit score up to a reasonable amount. Like I said, at least a 680, even 700 is good. The higher, the better. But once you get your credit score up, this can really get you to that next level to get financial freedom and beyond wealth.
All right, so we made it back to the property. What we're going to do is meet up with the contractors. This is where the rehab takes place. And he just locked me in. This is where the rehab takes place. So let's go ahead and go in and meet them.
This is my daughter, Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. I'm Charles.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Louis. Exciting.
Excited?
This is your house.
This is mine.
Good deal.
Her money and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's exciting.
Are you in school? You in college?
No, I graduated already. 23 right now. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my kids into it too. I mean, it's never too early to invest.
Exactly.
I wish I would have done it at that age.
So yeah, I just wanted to make sure because when we got the deal, and I just want to make sure I'm on the right page on what we do, like picking our colors and stuff like that. So evidently y'all have went through all this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things I was concerned about was like this door right here. Are we gonna keep this, or what was
Yeah,
it?
so you keep it. Yeah, we're gonna replace the front door.
Awesome. Because I wanted to keep it because I mean, it's a pretty nice door.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the paint colors? I would rather use a beige color.
Okay.
Is it okay? Also, what about the door locks?
He has it on there to replace them.
He has it on that too? Y'all are on top of it, man. These are the simple things I just want to know.
So the gray's been the most popular now. The what?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of it. Like my properties, I have it the beige.
Beige. Okay.
But and the flooring.
The flooring, we'll give you some samples of what you pick out. It's like we have like 6 different options.
Okay. I had another question. Man, I don't know why these AC units take forever to get, and I noticed that that's on the structure on the bed, right? So we're gonna replace the AC unit and do the ductwork on it. Okay, so with that AC unit though, are y'all gonna leave it on the ground like that, or can y'all lift it up?
Yeah, you usually put it on a 4-inch base.
Okay, so you'll put a pad on there?
Put a pad on there.
A concrete pad, or?
It's like one of those fiberglass.
Okay, that's fine, as long as it's off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, those were the simple things that I had. Let me make sure. Okay, so can you show me how you're gonna do the conversion of the bedroom?
Yeah, so we were just talking about that right
Okay.
here. And it's gonna come out to right about here. We leave 3 feet of space here because this is where your heater is.
Okay.
And there will be a door here that leads to this part of the garage. So basically this would be almost like a hallway.
Just a hallway right here.
Right here, and then here we'll have a door to open to this part of the garage. This will be your laundry room, and then this to the 1-car garage, and then there'll be a door directly in front of that door that will go into this bedroom.
To this bedroom right here.
Okay, this part might be a little confusing, so allow me to illustrate the process. Now, here's an image of the home layout itself. Now, right here in this corner is the garage. Now, within the garage, we're going to build an additional bedroom. Right next to this bedroom is going to be a 1-car garage. Above it is going to be the actual laundry room. Now, in order to get to the additional bedroom and the garage, there's going to be a small hallway, which is right here.
So what we're gonna do this one is we're gonna leave this door, close that opening, demo off this wall, and go that way with it. So then your tub is gonna be at the far end of this wall.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out here, right in here, and build it out 2 feet, and then go that way, and this will be your closet. So it'll be sticking out about 2 feet, but this will be your full bathroom from wall to wall, from here back.
Okay. Good job, man. I noticed that on the other side over here, there's a door outside the garage. What were we gonna do with that? Or leave it like
You
that?
just leave it like that.
Okay. There was a light above that. I don't think that was on here to get replaced.
I think it has two lights in there. I think he said the front door and the side door.
Okay, I thought he was saying the front door and the up above the garage, because the garage needs ones too.
I'll take a look at that right now.
Yeah, it's pretty dingy looking.
Okay.
And the other big project I had was the pool. How are we gonna do that?
So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna demo out. You wanna walk out there?
Yeah.
Fast, and we take all the electrical and all the water system for that. Pull it out. We'll pull it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then we'll go in, demo all this out. And then we're gonna go and back in it and then put grass on top.
This gets all broken up.
It's all broken up. Yeah, it gets all broken. So I'm gonna break up what we're at, break this up, and then break this up. This. Because this one gave me walkway to like the
So
grass.
nothing, yeah. How much extras was that in the scope already?
I'll throw it in there.
Yeah. Throw it in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there'd be no point because they're gonna be like, what is this for?
Yeah.
And they could eventually throw other more sod down or something just to let it grow in.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. So, are y'all gonna get a vacuum truck to pull this out? Y'all gonna to get the water out? How y'all gonna get?
No, there's a drain. And we'll start pumping it out.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, we'll drain everything out and then go ahead and start pumping out all the concrete.
Okay. I don't know if it was groundwater. So it might be okay. It's just a little old, obviously, but it might be.
Yeah. I mean, you probably think maybe 5-10 years. Say it again. 5-10 years still.
Left on it?
Yeah. It's a newer box.
Oh. And another thing was concern. It's right here. So okay. So this window is good. I was all about pulling this out and just closing this door. You think it's still good?
Yeah.
Just, well, I don't. I think I saw another one somewhere.
Do you keep those the AC units or is it for you?
Keep. I'd rather keep it. Yeah, good question. I'd rather keep it because I'm gonna turn around and sell it. Sure. So stuff I was concerned about was, like, I see this hole up here. Y'all gonna?
Yeah, we'll fix that.
That's all part of the scope. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This light has to get fixed, and then that one's old.
Okay.
And then I was just worried about that one on the side, right over there.
Door one by the back door. We can add it. We could change out a new one.
Yeah.
Those aren't expensive. We could.
And I don't care what color it is.
That's
I don't
fine.
care what color it is. This is long.
Sure.
Y'all don't mind?
No,
Y'all
that's
mind?
not.
The thing is, I guess maybe he missed his door.
Yeah, that was what I was. That was what I was worried about.
On the inside looks good, but
Well, so we got the lockbox. Me and my daughter will be coming in and out every once in a while because I just tell her, look, usually when big projects like this, I usually come to the property once or twice a week just to check everything out. But she's got to film everything because we want to show the process for the new real estate investors. But other than that, I don't have any questions. I'll get in contact with y'all if I have any.
Yeah, absolutely.
And go from there.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, so we're in Lowe's right now getting, what are we getting, Dad?
Okay. We're getting signs to put down for advertisement for your property, basically. It doesn't have the size on here, but 14 by 18. So 14 by 18 coagulated little styrofoam kind of thing to help with your advertising on your properties.
All right, so we're gonna get around how many of those we're gonna get?
Is it going right now?
Yeah.
We need to have I would say about 6 of them, one for the front yard, and then you're going to go around the neighborhood or outside of the neighborhood and put them at intersections and stick them in the ground.
So we're getting around 6. We're gonna put
6.
one in the front of the house and then some around a little bit
intersection.
further out
Yep.
before the property so
Yep.
that we can get phone calls.
That's how
Right.
you start driving traffic and getting leads for tenants. When you put these signs out, so the first one I'm going to put a 14 by 18 out, and then the other type of signs I use is 20 by 24.
All right, so we're gonna get these and then we're going to probably film the process or write down the information just so you can see how big it should be, and then we'll go from there. Dad, why are we doing this?
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm putting signs up, one in the front of the house, and also I'll be going out putting them at all the major intersections. Why am I doing this? This is a low cost, effective way of marketing your property, and it actually drives a lot of traffic. When we put these signs up, I'm going to put on here on the top, home for rent. Then I'm going to put the address. Then I'm going to put another section where it gives the dimensions of the house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. And then down below, I'm going to put my name and then my phone number. Now, when I use these signs, it's very important that I use a Sharpie and one with a big fat tip. Reason being is because if you use a Sharpie with the small one, the letters are not going to stand out as much. I've learned that as I went along. And also, only use one side of the board. Leave this one blank. Then you save these, and on your next property, if you get another one, you can put the other one on this side.
So it says home for rent, the address, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, and then phone number so they can contact. So what we're about to do is, as you can see there, the signs are back there. We're gonna go put it around nearest intersections, and hopefully I can record a call of my father talking to a potential tenant so that we can get someone in this property way before the home is even completed.
And as you can tell, when we do this rent, I'm already putting the signs up already. So that's the key too. That's a really major thing that people don't do. As soon as the contractors went in there, actually the second day we started advertising. When I first started out, it used to be, I waited. Here, I'm gonna put a sign over here. Where that sign is, I'm gonna put mine right next to that.
Why did you place it right there in that location?
First of all, that's the nearest location. Second of all, because that's the intersection. So when this is what happens, watch, when people come to this stoplight, this is what they're doing. They're checking to the right. And then they can see it. Oh, okay, there's a house for sale or a house for rent. Now I'm gonna come up a little bit more and choose another one, but another busier intersection. So all of them I'm gonna choose right by each other as much as I can. Okay, I'm gonna choose a gas station nearby. This is another busy intersection. And again, I wanna go with the flow of traffic coming to the house. I don't wanna put signs at intersections on the side of the road where it's going away from the house, always to the house. So not out of disrespect, but I don't wanna put it over in front of somebody else's signs. But the reason why I like these big signs too, because mine's gonna overpower any other signs that are out there. And put it close to the road too, kind of close to the road. Make sure it's in there good.
So he's going out to another busy intersection, as you can see right there. All these cars, they're all waiting on this light to go. So he's pointing it toward the traffic so that they can actually see. Look a bit rough right now, but it is now 7 o'clock. My father has been getting phone calls already. So we put out signs in the very beginning of this video, which was I think around maybe 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Finished putting up around 4 to 5 signs in the major intersections around the property, leaving his phone number. With that being said, he's going to call back potential tenants that might be interested. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello, this is Eric again. You called about the property for rent?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so a little about the house. It's a 4-bed, what it is, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home. And what I'm doing is, I'm doing a big rehab on it, and I'm converting half of the garage, and we're gonna make it a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage home. So we're putting in more living space. It's too much to list as far as the rehab. So much is getting done and remodeled, like both the bathrooms, some kitchen stuff's getting done, the flooring, electrical, light switches, everything is getting redone on there. Interior paint, exterior paint, just too much to list. This project is going to be about a month, maybe a month and a half.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so then it will be ready till like middle of February? Oh no, probably March, huh?
Probably middle of February, but look, what I'm doing is, I just started doing the advertisement today, but my point is I'm already accepting applications now, or I will be accepting applications now. So that's why I'm advertising it. In other words, what I'm telling you is I'm not going to wait till it's finished to get it done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're accepting that, I'm accepting applications now. So if it's something that you're interested in, that's when you can put in your application.
Okay, yeah. No, thank you, but yeah, my lease is up actually this month, and I thought it was like already ready for rent.
Oh, no. And I can tell you, because of all the work that got to get done, I don't think it'll be done this month. It'll probably be next month, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. So the key is, as they're asking me questions about the property, I want to make sure I ask them questions, because the whole point is I want to make sure that we're not wasting each other's time. For example, they're asking me about the property. I'm asking about their situation, how many children, how many adults, if they have pets, have they had any rental evictions in the past. I don't want to wait and just say, hey, look, just fill out this application, and then find out. I'm pre-screening before they actually screen. That just saves you time, and you're not wasting a lot of time. Hello, this is Eric. You called about a property I have for rent?
Yeah, Eric, how much is your property going for?
I'm getting everything redone on here. I'm extending the bedrooms.
Okay, and it's a 4-bedroom,
No. So let me back up. It was originally a 3-2-2. So I'm converting half of the garage into an extra bedroom with a closet. I'm taking applications now, but it won't be ready till easily mid-February, beginning of February, something like that. So before we go any further, can you tell me a little about your situation so I can get an idea?
Yeah, I'm actually, we just moved out of the area. We just sold a house and we're moving to these apartments. And I'm not an apartment person, but we're getting a house built in New Elm, Texas. But it's going to take a little while for them to finish building our home. So I'm looking for at least another year, please.
No, I understand. I'm the same way. So this house here, you just want to be in here temporarily for maybe like a year until your house is being built. Okay.
Correct.
Do you have any pets? Any dogs? Any cats?
No kids either.
Okay. So it's just you. It's just you and your significant other.
Correct. Me and my wife.
Okay. So again, I'm accepting the application. What I recommend people to do is just drive by the area and look at it. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do that tomorrow.
Okay.
But if I like what I see, I'm willing to go ahead and give you the entire rent up front.
Okay. If it's something that you're interested, though, what we got to do first is you need to text me your email address. I will send you the lease application. You print it out, fill it out with a pen, and then send it back to me. When you send it back to me, it's a $35 application fee for each person over the age of 18 that's working.
Not a problem.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
What'd you think about that phone call you just had?
Okay, as far as the phone call I just had with that individual, first of all, of course, I'm going to screen it. Now, it sounded good, and that's why I'm screening people, because one thing that I do have an issue with, I wouldn't say issue, is that it's already guaranteed he's going to be moving out. He's only going to be in there temporarily. We want something in our properties, people in our property that's going to stay in there all the time. I would hate to get this thing fixed up, and then knowing he's only going to be there temporarily, that he's going to be moving out. So then that's going to be another small expense to get it rent ready again, to get it all fixed up again. As far as him, he's got no kids, no pets. Those are all pluses right there. It's just him and his wife. They're both working. He said it's affordable. Again, I would be screening it. Me personally, it's a good candidate. I do have him on the backside, as I still have more tenants still being screened. But he will be up there in the top ranking, definitely. So if I can't find anybody, if I do this, I still got him.
Okay, another quick question is, for the screening, it's a $35 fee. What happens if you don't want that tenant? Where does that money go? Do you get refunded, or how does it work?
So the lease application, when they fill that out, that's a non-refundable fee. So what that's saying is that once they fill it out and I pull everything, if I choose not to get them, they're not going to get it back. If they choose to back out, they're not going to get it back.
Okay, and what is the purpose of this lease application?
It's a guideline and gives me something to go by for the screening process. It lets me do background checks legally on individuals, and it's giving me the consent to look at their information, basically. Main thing is I'm allowed to check out their rental history. I can check out their, call their landlord. It's going to check out any court documents, if they've done any criminal record histories. I can check that information out.
All right, so today I am going to be going back to the property. The contractors have already began working on the house, as in doing the whole entire rehab. I just sent the first deposit. They wanted 30% of the rehab cost, which is around $12,000. I sent that yesterday, and I have to pay the remaining after they finish. But the best part is I learned that I'm going to get all that money back and reimbursed back to me. With that being said, the reason why I'm getting the money back is because we are doing a hard money lending. So I'll have my father probably explain that. I'm still a beginner to all this, but I'm learning as I go, because I'm doing the same thing that you're doing. As you're watching me, I'm learning throughout the process. So with that being said, let's go ahead and head out to the property. And there is a lot of progress that has already been made. I'm about to show you. So they are extending this to be a full bathroom. This is gonna be a closet?
Mm-hmm.
So a bigger closet.
Yeah, closet, another one bathroom.
I wanna see the garage real quick. This is gonna be the bedroom. That will remain the garage. And then here's the laundry room. So they're moving pretty fast. He's gonna be remodeling this, and it's gonna be a new bathroom, new shower. All the junk. Used to be a barbecue pit and stuff around here, but they took it all out. So before we even came up here, I told y'all that I paid 30% of the rehab cost and that I got reimbursed, or I will be getting reimbursed the money. So I wanted to ask my father, how did we even go about doing that, and how is that even possible?
All right, so it's the type of loan that we're using. We're using what you call a hard money loan, hard money lender, that takes care of the purchase price, closing costs, and the rehab costs. And we were able to get up to 80% ARV, or after repaired value. Now, the contractors have to get paid, so they have to have their percentage so they can get started on the work. So in this example, my daughter had to pay a little over $12,000 for the rehab at the very beginning, the 30%, but that's okay because it's what you call draws. So the hard money lender is going to say, hey, look, we're going to give you this in portions. You're not going to be able to take the whole amount of the rehab cost and we're going to fund it to you. It's not the way it works. Because as the contractors come through and do a portion of the work, they're going to have their inspectors on their hard money team to come out and look at it to verify that the job was done. Then they reimburse us back the money. So at the end of the day, after each scope is done, then we will end up getting our money back. But at the very beginning, we do have to front some up to cover for it. Sometimes people can borrow the money. It doesn't matter, but you're going to get reimbursed back your money that you put into it. Originally, we were going to have both of them, but instead, we're just going to have this one as a room, right? And still have one car garage. This is going to really add value to the property. Actually, when we did this actually added, I think it was $25,000 to the ARV, after repaired value. So it brought the value up. That's the name of the game.
All right, so today we are going to head back to the rental property. We're going to see if our signs are still there. And then I'm just going to be updating you on the process of the home. It's probably been about maybe 2 to 3 days since I visited the home. So let's go ahead and go check it out. Looks like this home is getting a lot of progress in. As you can see, there is the new closet, and then through there, they actually extended the bathroom. Coming along into the garage, all right? So this side is the bedroom, the additional bedroom. And then we walk over here. This is gonna be the laundry room area. And then over here is gonna be the 1-car garage. So it's looking amazing. Let me show you the small little closet that's gonna be built here. It's pretty small, but it'll do, honestly. The bedroom has a window. It's pretty spacious in my opinion. This here is not a room or anything like that. It's actually the heater.
This is Julian. This is my main paint crew leader. He'll be the one kind of overseeing this whole deal.
All right, no problem.
He's a good guy. How are you?
Doing good, how are you?
Good. Happy Monday. Any questions right off the bat?
Yeah, right off the bat, the pool, when y'all going to start on that?
Guy's meeting me here. He should be here any minute.
Oh, cool.
Yep, he's going to take a look, and then we'll go back and forth and arm wrestle over pricing, and then we'll get started.
And then is he actually going to start today, you think?
He's going to start this week.
Okay,
not today.
that's fine.
Yep.
I just want to make sure.
But his name's David. He'll be here today, too.
Hey, one more thing also. Why did they take this off? I was just wondering. They took that off. I didn't know why.
I'm really not sure. So he's got a new one there.
Yeah, it was here before. It was
Not
here.
sure. But they're going to change out this door today. We've got a new steel door. This is coming off.
Okay, yeah,
It'll be a whole new door today.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. He's going to work on this ceiling. The electrician's going to be in here this week, maybe tomorrow, just deleting all this wire, deleting that, and then what we can do, we can knock out the shower as far as the tile and everything this week as well too. I'm pretty sure we said we're going to open this up. This will just be an opening, and then the door will be here to the utility room, right? This will just be a finished opening. The door will go here to your true garage. So this will be an exterior door here, insulated garage door. That shot for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna take that off.
This is your main bedroom now. You'll come in, you'll put a new
New door here.
free-hung door, and then here's your closet. There'll be either just a door here or maybe a back wall. This is a 2-foot overall. Another option, if you want, is a pull-down attic step ladder, about $685.
Yeah.
I just like to bring them to your attention.
No, that's good.
And then
That's
you decide on it. There'll be a gas range there,
Gas.
but new, right?
Yeah.
It's in the bid to have new.
Dishwasher. That's part of it too.
Correct, new one.
Okay.
What I suggest to folks is go with a stainless steel upgrade. It's like $175 more.
Okay.
And I think it's on that.
Yeah.
What looks nice.
The floors?
The floors are gonna get changed too.
Yeah. So what we have on the bid is just to put vinyl, and if when the tile is in good shape like this is, it just gets laid over top.
Okay.
We don't demo all this tile because it just adds work and cost. It goes right over top and it looks fine.
How much is it? So we're probably looking at how much you think on. I know you can't give me an exact. I know that, but what do you think
I
roundabout?
know the box. Last time I did it's like $425.
425, and then the 900 for the electrical.
It's a little under $1,000, $985, which was $1,000.
Let's say 1,000. How much was the box? 425. 425, and then the door. You think maybe how much?
$750.
750. Okay. You okay with that?
I have no choice.
Yeah.
How I grew
Oh, great.
my business. Now I'm using the money I made and putting it into a different business avenue, which is real estate.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's what I'm just teaching overall.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
And she's
Different.
paying for this.
Yeah. That's
It's out of her money and letting it work for teaching her how to do real estate.
My daughter is 18. She's a freshman in college, and she spends more than she makes. And she's got some really bad habits.
Oh, really?
So maybe
That can happen.
I'll have her check you out.
For sure.
This is the 9th through the 13th of January. He'll finish interior paint and move to the outside. So we'll spend some time outside. HVAC, hopefully, will get done this week. So tentatively, we could be about 99% by the first week of February.
That's good.
It's an extra $21,000.
No, 2,100, 2,100.
Oh,
not
2,000. Okay,
No,
okay,
no.
okay.
Some of the extras that were missed, they had priced it as just the face covers, but that's just a cosmetic. I like every switch replaced. This is an older home. It minimizes things and the potential of a fire later, so I just rather get all light switches and outlets replaced. Every last one of them. The piping is old and leaking, so we got to get that replaced. It's like $480.
So this is coming out of
your pocket.
my
on that
pocket,
one.
so I wouldn't get reimbursed.
You're not going to
for
get
it.
reimbursed on that part.
Only because we missed it.
Only because we missed it.
All right.
So, but I can tell you, it's worth it in the long run.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So it's still going through renovation. We're getting a lot of work done. Paint, not yet, but we're going to get the paint door replaced. Everything will be done. Even here.
You okay?
Remodel the bathroom. Everything. Let's put a new tub, tile, and toilets, everything. Total. This repainted, look nice. This going out. This replaced, brand new. So in here, we added a closet, new closet, and in here in the bathroom,
Okay.
all this is getting replaced. Putting a brand new tub in here, stand-up shower, everything. Okay.
I have the body shop.
Oh, you have a body shop?
Yeah, right there. And the frost-reading,
I think I've seen it.
Oh, it's your body?
yeah.
Oh.
That's scary.
It's scary. I know. Thought it was a dog or something. I thought the dog got out of the way. You saw how the interview went and everything? Mm-hmm. You learned from it?
Yeah. Like it's a good sized family. Plus, I feel like if it's business right here,
Yeah.
it makes
It makes sense.
for him.
Yeah.
Plus, he's getting a brand new home.
Yeah. And he's already paying $1,500 a month, he said.
For what he's living in right now.
Doesn't sound like it's the best home.
Yeah, he said the AC.
Yeah, and he had to pay for that out of pocket. And then on top of that, he has his own body shop, so he makes money.
Yeah.
He's making money. It's down the street from his job. He likes it. If the wife likes it, then it don't matter if he like it or not. If she likes it, then
I think they're just gonna think it over a little bit.
I think so, yeah, and I don't blame him. I mean, this is a... So, they got a dog. I typically don't do dogs, but since that's a small dog, it probably won't be that bad, but I've still got to charge a pet deposit, non-refundable, and then on top of that, each month of rent. Then I'll add on to the monthly rent. You see what I'm saying? So I do like you call it upcharge. Make sense?
Yes. All right, so today's a pretty exciting day. I'm going to be going back to the rental property, and what's going to happen is they're going to fill up the pool and basically put dirt, cement inside, cover it over, have grass over the pool. So it's going to look like the pool never even existed. Now, in the previous clip, I did my very best to show the potential tenant that was, you know, coming by and looking at the property before it was even finished. They have 3 kids, and their kids would love that pool, but unfortunately, we can't do that. We are already planned out. We basically already planned out to fill the pool before they even came into the house. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go check out how this pool is going to be covered. All right, they're already started. So right now, walking through the back to the backyard so that we can check out the pool.
This pool, I'm gonna start making holes in the ground. Okay. Let water go through and drain whenever it does rain, you know.
Can I ask you a quick question? How is it gonna be filled? You're gonna take all the water out and then cover it with cement, or?
We're gonna take all the water out, fill it in with broken up small pieces of the concrete, and then we're gonna fill it in with dirt and compact it good.
Okay, and then cover it
and then
just
cover it with sod on top.
Okay.
Make it look like just a yard.
Okay.
What do you do? Like a process of the whole process, or what?
The whole process.
Have you done them? Have you done other ones before?
This is my first one.
Is it?
My first home.
So I'm trying to get more business. So now I'm like taking pictures of the process. So I was like, hey, cool. Maybe I'll ask you to give me a little snippet of the process.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel.
I'm curious to see the
videos.
Process.
Okay.
I'll get your YouTube before we finish.
All right, sounds good. You have a good one.
Making progress, so we'll get there. A little under the weather right now, so I'm sick, but yeah, we're making some progress. Making some headway.
Okay. So, Dad, you own 15 single-family properties. You own 2 apartment complexes, and you have over 20 years of experience when it comes to real estate investing. Now, can you explain to the viewers and I the reason why you advised me to fill up the pool in my first investment property?
So the reason why I advise to fill up the full pool is because as a landlord, you want to minimize or eliminate the risk factors. And what are those risk factors? I don't like to have the fact of having a pool, a body of water, and if the families have kids, which they usually do, then that's too much of a risk for that kid to get injured or killed in the pool. So again, I eliminate that by filling it up. That's the best way to do that.
Okay, but would you agree that typically, especially since we're located in Texas, people love having pools in their backyard? Do you think this will turn away people to even, being interested in our property?
I think in this case with a pool, it could go either way. That's how I look at it with pools. Some people think it could bring up the value. That's if the family wants a pool and they're maybe single or they're a couple without any kids, then yes, it could be a good attraction for if you have a get together or a party. However, on the other side of it is if there's a family in there that has kids, especially young kids, then they're looking at it as a liability. So it's not necessarily that it adds value to the property. It's really dependent on the audience or the potential buyers. None of my properties have pools in them. Second, if a tenant requested for a pool, that's above and beyond. I wouldn't even consider it. There's no point. That's too much money, and the likelihood of that happening is really slim because pools cost a lot of money, and I don't see that happening. I've never had it up to this point, and I don't see it happening in the future. But if they did request a pool, I wouldn't do it. And in this case, it didn't cost a lot, but you got to look at the risk reward factor, and the risk is just far too great. So especially on your first deal, you just don't want to take that risk. It doesn't even, and I've got over 20 years of experience and I still won't put pools in my backyard. And I just know to get them filled up. And that's the best way to approach this. One less risk factor that you have to worry about.
So the audio I found out was pretty bad. I didn't want to hurt your ears while you listened, as well as there was music being played in the background. With that being said, I'm going to just give you a little bit of a voiceover as to what I'm seeing and what I think about the process. So right now, as you can see that they are breaking down the pool. What they're doing is just taking the pool apart and throwing the cement that is from the pool into the actual hole itself and dumping dirt inside. And then after that, they're going to cover it up and make it look like there was never a pool there to begin with. As I head into the house, you can tell that it's kind of chaotic and messy. The flooring is pretty bad, but best part is this is not going to be the actual floor itself. But from when I look around at the video, it looks like they have already began priming the entire house, which is great. They even started covering the appliances, which of course we're going to switch those out. We're going to get a new dishwasher, oven, and we're going to remove the microwave, but they still cover it up anyways. And they even painted the cabinets all white, which is what we are going for. Just a real sleek, clean finish look, nothing too fancy. We're going to keep the countertops. So as we walk into the master bedroom, they already finished the extra closet so that they basically extended the closet, so it gives a more fuller look into the room. And then as we head into the bathroom, they have broken the wall apart and extended it, and that's where the stand-up shower is going to be. We're going to step into the additional bedroom. They have a window with this additional bedroom. They're still building the wall to divide the garage. They finished the closet. It's kind of small, but like I mentioned, it does the job. And I believe up here they're just trying to get the attic built, and over there is the garage. Now I don't think I was able to get a good shot of it because it's kind of filled with junk right now, but for the most part I believe you get the idea of how it's going to look. Now as we step into this bathroom, this is the guest bathroom. It's pretty small. They haven't painted it yet, but they knocked out the standing shower, and they're going to make it a bathtub / standing shower. In the previous first clips, it looks like a small bathroom, to be quite honest, but this will probably make it look a bit more open. Now we're gonna step into the next guest bedroom. They finished fixing up the closet doors. along with the doors to lead you into the room. They're going to remove the fan, and they're going to fix up the floors. I believe we're going to add carpet into this room. Okay, so right now we are in the extra bedroom that's being made. We decided to come over here because the sound is a bit blocked out from the outside. But here are a few questions for you. The viewers have recently seen that you got on a few calls with people that saw the signs. Did those calls follow through? Were they a good match? How did that turn out?
So we had about easily, the first day we had 15 phone calls, and then thereafter they keep trickling in. A lot of people have a lot of interest. There are a few people that are actually putting in an application or asking for it. So it's gonna happen like that. You're gonna have a large number, and then it's gonna funnel. You're gonna have people that actually follow through, then they change their mind. So it's still just part of the process. The good thing is that's why I like to start early during the process phase of this rehab, because as it's going through, people are going to fall out. But the good thing is, as we get closer to completion, people are going to see the final product, and I know by experience it'll run out pretty quick. Overall, we still have, I know for sure we have 2 to 3 candidates that are highly interested, and they're going to get back in touch with me.
What are some questions you like to ask them regarding their background?
So first of all, the reason why I like asking questions is because I'm pre-screening them. It lets me know if they're going to be a good fit, whether they tell me that or not. There are things I need to know, like how many adults, how many children, if they have pets. See, these things, especially the pet part, we don't accept pets, but if I know they have pets, then I know I'm going to eliminate them because I just don't accept pets. So I don't want to bring somebody through the whole process and then find out they have pets. Why not pre-screen them in advance to eliminate the people that are not a good fit for this property?
And I know a lot of people watching have pets and probably don't see what's wrong with pets. So can you explain to them why you don't accept pets in your rental property?
So the reason why I wouldn't want new beginners, I know new beginners, to accept pets, because that's just an extra damage that can take place. Now, it's your preference if that's what you want to do, but I recommend and prefer new investors not to do that, for the simple fact that it's another risk potential on top of that. It's just not worth it, in my opinion, from my experience.
What qualifies a tenant? What makes you give it a green light and say, you know what, I'm going to accept you to live in this property?
So the green light that I do, and I recommend new investors to do, is to make sure that you need to make sure they have a steady source of income. The more the better, obviously, but steady source of income, rental background history, clean, no evictions, things like that. Referrals or references, I always recommend new beginners, new investors to check on that as well. So that way you got a solid structure and background to make sure that they're going to be a good fit. These are the things I look for, and I recommend new investors like my daughter to make sure we got a good tenant in the property for her.
Okay. So this is the kitchen. Right here. They're still painting the cabinets. And this will be that dog, man. Alright, but as I was saying, this is the kitchen. They're still working on the house. We just came here to give you an update.
So we have a refrigerator right here. It already came with the property. So typically what I'll do is I'll get rid of the refrigerator, because most tenants, they end up coming with their own refrigerator. So that's one less expense I have to worry about.
Okay, what about the microwave? There's a microwave that came with the house as well.
So with this microwave, what I recommended is for new investors not to worry about this. Take this out, remove it, put a vent hood here, and that's even better.
So that way most tenants will come with their own microwave and it's portable and they can just set it on the counter. That's typical. Because when you start doing it on here and mounting it, you can run into other problems.
Gotcha. All right, and as you can see here, the flooring, they're still gonna have to fix up and get that done. We're gonna still pick it, right?
Yeah, they're gonna replace all of it. We're gonna put something on top of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
did we pick it already or no?
No, we will. That'll be the last step.
And then back there behind us, the blinds, we're gonna replace those. What about the fan?
We'll probably just put a regular light there.
Okay. And what about this? This stays like this?
This is supposed to be replaced, a newer fixture. I have to look at I have to look at the work scope to confirm it. All this.
They're gonna fix this too?
Yeah, they're gonna replace that. You know, all that stuff like this, and we gotta. So when I have my list, I'm gonna come through here. Oh, okay, yeah, and we're gonna check everything with a fine-tooth comb.
So this is after they finish up fixing everything at the redo and look over just in case.
We gotta come back and just look over everything thoroughly. So that can take a while before we do, and then I do stuff like. Yeah, I'm gonna have that list and I'm gonna go through everything and I'm gonna go walk through each room and check everything off. Okay, this is done like y'all said, this is done. You turn on every light, make sure everything's working. We turn on the AC unit, turn on all the water, make sure there's nothing leaking. These are things you can check. And the reason why you wanna have that stuff turning on while you come in, because you'll be able to quickly identify a leak or something. That's why I like to turn on every single light, turn on all the water faucets, turn on the AC unit, and that way that stuff is going. So by the time you go to each item, you just check up under there, oh, we got a leak there, or something like that.
Okay, gotcha. Let's say we find a leak, what then? Do we just point it out and then they come back and...
Or I have to hire somebody, or I can get it. If it's like a PVC pipe leak, and I don't want to, but we hire somebody, or we hire somebody to get it done, or get them to do it, yeah.
So when everything is all finished and we've checked everything off on the list, does that mean we are finally converting over to a conventional loan?
So the first step is, in this case, we will have to submit all the completed work back to the hard money lender. Once we submit all the work back that was completed from the house, we submit to the hard money lender. Once we do that, they come out, bring their inspectors out here, check everything off. Then you get refunded the amount that you put into it as far as the rehab work.
Okay, so they come out to do what, just to make sure?
Inspection to make sure everything was done, okay. that they funded on the rehab. Because remember, the hard money lender takes care of the purchase price, closing costs, and the rehab. So they funded for this. We came out of pocket first. They need to come out and look at it. Once it's confirmed that it was done, and they'll reimburse us the money back.
Gotcha.
But before we roll the ball for the conventional loan, what they're gonna do is, after they come out and check and make sure everything is good, then they need to have an appraiser come out here and see what the new value is, because we added value to it. Once we do that, then we roll into the conventional loan, which is a double closing. You do the conventional loan, and then with the new loan, the conventional loan, which is gonna be higher, that pays off the hard money loan. And now we rent this out off of the conventional loan.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So we're driving in the neighborhood and we see this home. Not sure if it's vacant or not, but there's a sign on the door. He's checking it out. What we went to go do today was go to the property and see the process of the backyard. Now, they look like they're about to finish up, hopefully by tomorrow. They just have to put the grass layer on top, and then they should be done. So, besides that, the inside, the interior looks amazing. They added the second bathroom, and there's actually 2 bathrooms that they did, and I'll show you in the video, but it looks really good. He's about to get in the car. Let me ask him real quick.
Should have used your camera.
Okay, what was it?
Huh? So we happened to come out of the neighborhood. We saw this one property.
It's abandoned. That's what caught my attention. Very vacant, nobody's in there. So I went over there just to look at it, just to confirm what I already knew. And it's vacant. I already got the address and I'm gonna follow up on it. This is what you call driving for dollars. Now I didn't go out just searching. I just happened to run across it because of one of our other properties not far from here.
All right, so I made it back home and I found out a few things. Now, since I'm new and I want to basically document everything, as you may have already noticed, I'm doing a hard money loan. Now, the interest rate on that, 9.99. I don't know much about real estate, but it's high. That's all I know, because the amount that I'm paying, the first mortgage is due on the very first of the month. I'm paying around $992, and then we spoke with the lady at the loan officer, I'm assuming she is. So basically, to cut things super short, when they're done doing the rehab, the inspector's gonna go out there. I'm gonna get the money back from the rehab. That's very clear. There was some stuff that we missed on the scope of the project, like the outlets, the garage, things like that, and that money I will not get back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate everything that I'm paying out of pocket. $7,000 for the closing, and then this is the first mortgage payment of $992, let's just say $1,000 round up, and then the extra cost of the extra scope that we missed out on. Let me see if I could bring it up. But it's extra $825 for the garage being fixed, extra $985 for the new plugs, the outlets and stuff like that, and an extra $450 for a washer box utility room. So roughly coming around extra $2,000. So if I do quick math, that's an extra $3,000 I'm not getting back on top of the closing cost. So $10,000. I wasn't expecting that. But then again, I'm very new to this. It's just me documenting every process of this, because a lot of stuff were unexpected, like forgetting to double check the scope and make sure that everything was in the loan so that I can get the money back. So the extra $2,000 I'm not gonna get back because that was not mentioned in the scope of the actual project to get done. With that being said, right now I've put in $10,000 of my own money. Now, I later on found out that there's a second closing at the very end of this. When everything's all said and done, the home is finished, there's a second closing. I have no idea what it's for, but my father said there's one closing in the beginning, which is $7,000, and there's supposed to be one at the very end. And I don't know how much that's going to be. Hopefully it's not as much as the beginning, but it could be. So once again, just documenting all of this, because why not? You know, I'm sharing all this with you as a beginner anyways. So yeah, that's really it, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm learning a lot of stuff. Like, I'm gonna get better as time goes on. I'm still learning as I'm actually doing this, so there's no way for me to make sure I did not miss out on the scope of things. You know, it's a bummer that we missed out on it, but what can you do? It already happened. So with that being said, continue to stick along, because I feel like this is just the beginning. You know, we're gonna have to put a tenant inside the property. We're gonna have to vet them. That's something new I've never done before. That's a skill set I have to pick up on. So
This is a GFI tester. I want to make sure when they replace all these outlets that it's wired right. These two lights should be lit up like this. That means it's correct wiring. You got to go, we make sure we go through and check all these.
You have one of those just on with you?
Okay, which color do you want to pick for the floor? You pick that one or that one?
These are kind of ugly.
Well, I think that's all he has. Even that one back there, I think.
These are the floorings they sent. I'm thinking, let me see. I'm thinking this one, but so right now we are on the way to go have a tenant, potential tenant, look at the rental property. Now, I tried my best to document as many of these as possible. I think I managed to get 2 or 3, but we're gonna have to do this more than once or twice. So with that being said, we're gonna get into the clip where we just have the tenant walking around.
Getting a lot of work done. This repainted, this going out. I'll send you the lease application. Okay.
We're not 100% sure if they are best fit. Is it okay if you're not gonna be on camera, but I want to just document? Okay. Okay. Just gotta make sure.
This is 1 bedroom right here. Here's the living room area, like the new oven and dishwasher.
Yeah, I just text you and see.
Okay.
I'll call you.
I
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
No problem.
The rent is going to be $1,600, or is it going to be up higher? So, to be honest with you, okay, my sister and my daughter, they make more money than I do.
Okay, so it's not you that's making the money, it's them that's.
Yes, exactly.
So what happens if they leave?
The living area right here. You got the backyard, bedroom right here. So you're moving out of the apartment in March?
It ends on the 31st of March.
Oh, the 31st?
Yeah. I just get the application right now because we still have to talk to my uncle. He couldn't make it today since he's at work.
Yeah, you're not going to Zelle anything yet.
Okay.
No money transfer, just email address to my daughter, so that way we can send you the
Application.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was it, right?
Yes, that was it. And then we'll just email you the application.
Okay.
So we added more square footage to the property. Well, we'll get back to you. Okay.
Oh, to that number.
You need to send us
You know, I've been filming, I've been doing all this, and I haven't even shared how I felt about it. And you know, it's an amazing feeling to be able to get my own, this thing is not focused. To be able to get my own real estate rental property, overall a property in general. You know, this is something new to me, and I'm learning that you gotta have connections. And you know, in this world, you can only learn so much so fast by yourself. And it's best if you have people around you that are doing the things that you actually wanna do, even if it's not right now to this moment, but it's great to have people that you surround yourself with. All right, so what were you saying?
So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to come back over and make sure that with my GFI tester, we're gonna have to come by and check all these outlets to make sure that everything's good on it.
Why do you do that?
We wanna get it now while the contractors are here, because if the contractors leave and then a month later we find out there's an issue, then it's going to be harder for them to come back out, and they're going to charge us extra. What we need to do is just capture everything while they're here. That's the best opportunity. Like, here's another one that we found. Here's another outlet that we need to let them know needs to get replaced. Here's another one that's got to get replaced. But as I stated, as we do a walkthrough, we're going to check all this stuff out to make sure all is done, because you get them while the contractors are here, because when they leave, it's going to be harder to capture them, and another contractor is going to come out and charge. So these are one of the little small things you got to keep in mind when you're doing this.
We've had probably about 3 to 4 tenants come and preview and kind of did a walkthrough of the property, but none of them actually, like, they said that they really wanted to, but they didn't follow through. Is this common, or are we just going crazy and the house doesn't look that great?
No, the house looks great. That's a common issue. That's normal. And we want people like that because we want to make sure we get the right people in here. So that's just common. People will come out and look at your property, and I'll be like, man, Jasmine, we really like this property. It's really good. by the time they get in their car, they're going to go look at another property. Their mind changes. They listen to somebody else. So that's normal. It's just part of the process. That's just the way it is. It's just part of business.
Okay. All right, so this upcoming Saturday, we're going to document another tenant that's coming to view the home. There's actually two tenants that are gonna come view the home. And the only difference is these two that are gonna preview the house, they're gonna see it basically already finished up. The other ones kind of saw it as we were in the rehab process. Everything in this home is basically finished. So they're gonna get, you know, pretty much the full effect of how the house is gonna look and how it basically turned out. So we'll just see how that goes, and if they say it's nice and they end up not showing up, or they say it's nice and they don't follow through, what he said makes sense. People change their mind all the time. There's other rental properties out there. I saw this over here. They're gonna replace this, or what is this?
Taking it out. That's
Is
the
that
alarm
alarm?
system.
Oh. I didn't even know what that was.
That's the ADT alarm system. This is the old school.
Oh.
They're replacing that. They're taking that out, and it's going to be full.
Okay.
See, we need to mention about this. How that's broke and needs to get replaced. Smoke detectors. That's part of the work scope. Needs to get replaced.
And they add this here?
Yeah, because that's part of the AC unit.
Okay.
So it's a digital. So they got some little knick-knack stuff to do, but overall, I'm pretty impressed. It's really nice. They did a good job.
Yeah, talk about that.
So what really sells a house is the pictures. So right now, we don't have a lot of pictures of it. We're just going through the beginning stages. Guaranteed, once I put it on these other platforms and we take pictures of the inside and the outside, it's gonna sell like hotcakes.
I thought you were about to run.
I'll put my knee out, but yeah, it'll sell. It'll rent pretty quick.
Okay.
So, but people want to see pictures. So when you can give pictures, and here's another tip: you want to give photo pictures. Plus, we're going to put in videos. So that's just another added feature that a lot of these advertisements are not doing. And I like the Zillow platform. They got what you call a Zillow 3D, and I think that's a very good advertisement market. But Zillow 3D, it'll do a 3D of the home. So once we do that, it's gonna rent out without a problem. I know that for a fact. I wanted to get in contact with you. We're here at the property. I'm about to leave. Everything looks good. I was just noticing a few things. That's not how y'all gonna leave the mailbox, is it? Because
did he put a new top on, but he didn't put a post? I saw it the other day.
Yeah, the post should be everything new.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree. He sent me a picture. We'll get that fixed. Don't worry.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, man. But everything else looks good. Yeah, I sent you a text saying, and I talked to one of the guys here, just make sure we lock up everything, like the back door was unlocked, and it's really important because we got appliances in there, so those little things are very important. But yeah, everything's looking good. Everything is looking good.
Yeah.
When do you think you'll be completely done?
I think we could have the cleaning ladies in there probably on Monday, and if you want to, and go through, little touch-ups, whatever we see. I said maybe Monday I can get the cleaning lady in there. I think we'll be ready for that, and then we can also walk it on Monday if you like.
Sounds good to me.
I just wanted to show that here is the new stove, and then we took out the microwave and just put a vent hood right here, and then here is the new washer and dryer. Not washer and dryer, dishwasher. Of course, everything else looks the same from what you've seen in the previous video, the standing shower. It's a little chilly in here. 52. I basically stacked up my money and invested into this property. Now, I did not invest everything I had into this property. So my goal is to just show you that this can be done, and it all depends on the decisions you make right now. Now you might not be my age, you might be a little bit older, but what I'm doing is doable at any age. You have to make certain type of decisions to put yourself in better situations and environments. It's up to you, really. Like, maybe sacrifice your weekends, and instead of going out to eat with your friends, you save that money and you learn a skill on the side. Everything you do is a choice, and you make the decision, and you have to basically figure out what you want to sacrifice so that maybe 10 years down the line, it'll be worth it. To motivate you and to show you that age doesn't matter. It matters about what you do right now. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? How often are you disciplined and consistent with whatever you put your mind to? If you're gonna do real estate, what I've learned is it's great to have a mentor. You must have a mentor, because if I'm being honest, if I did not have my father, I would have never, first of all, picked this house, because in the very beginning, somebody was already living in it, okay? And a lot of things happened. I ended up wiring the money to her, and she took the keys. So I owned the home, but could not get into the house. But with that being said, having a mentor guide you, paying for extra help is mandatory. Okay, you don't want to get into real estate with blindfolds on, or because you watched a few videos here and there, you read a few ebooks, or you know, took a quick consultation call online. Whatever the case is, you don't want to just, you know, I don't want to say just go for it, because you should take actions, but you should also take precautions, and you don't want to end up making mistakes that will cost you way more. We're basically done. Everything is finished. All we have to do is do a quick walkthrough of the property itself, make sure everything was fixed according to the scope of the rehab, and if we don't see anything that's, you know, completely finished or fixed, we just, you know, bring it to the contractor's attention so that they can get that corrected and fixed.
I gotta scroll down some.
This is the list of all the
Items.
with a check.
See you. How you been?
Doing good.
Good, good.
Very excited.
We're not online yet, are we?
Always rolling.
Already? Side door. We're gonna just cover this up. This new light here.
Right.
And we're just gonna cover this up. So a piece of plywood, then like painted, but something that looks nice.
Nice. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say that looks tacky. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah. Replace that. All right. So there were some things that I noticed. The question I had was that light here. How is that getting turned on and off?
Yeah, we really know that.
It's a good question. And we were talking about the same thing.
Oh, yeah, really know.
So right now it's like continuously on, but it needs a switch, dedicated switch.
So you can have a full.
Or it could be just a pool.
And here, there's some work to be done, then get rid of garbage.
Okay.
The things that you're keeping are this and this, correct?
The microwave.
Oh, the microwave. We can keep that.
How about that?
I was right on time.
Somebody want to take it and throw it away?
said,
I figured
"No,
that. No, we'll keep it.
And the water.
What is that motor
The
for?
garage.
Oh,
That's
you
the
can.
old one for the, yeah, it didn't work anyway.
It didn't work anyway. Yeah.
But we have the option to maybe prime the whole thing if that's something you wanted. And there's your little access to your attic right here.
Okay, maybe that's what this light's for. I was thinking that's
Maybe.
what it's for that attic.
Maybe, but it should be for that.
It should be right.
Yeah, I can have him switch that, no worries. Get rid of that. Yeah. Is that the doorbell or is that a
No,
smoke
smoke
alarm?
detector. There were supposed to be some smoke detectors put in.
Every room. Yep.
So we could just take that out.
Yeah.
So
So
old. So you said you did a pressure washing. Exterior lights, black in the front and the back. We did that. The other bathroom was, you said that was the one that was leaking underneath?
It's got new shutoffs.
Yeah, we gotta take this out.
Yeah, Julian,
Yo.
can we take this off as well too, please?
Alright, okay.
So we're gonna make sure there's no leaks here. Shouldn't that be a light right
Yeah,
there?
it is.
It should be a light bulb missing there. I don't know if it's...
Maybe it's just a
gonna
light
work.
bulb, yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work with
Can we
this.
check if you have some extra light bulbs? Can you check it out?
Yeah, I saw y'all had some around.
And if that's painted, then we need to just keep it clear.
Yeah.
If you paint it over it.
You know of any properties for sale? Huh? You know of any properties for sale? You was asking them. No?
He's got one in Conroe ready in a couple months.
I got one in,
You have rental property?
on Willie, Texas.
Yeah,
Past
I
Conroe.
know that's that.
Yeah, I got one there.
Oh yeah?
But I'm still working on it. I'm flipping that one.
Oh, you're
I
flipping it?
make a bigger shower, everything.
How many houses you have?
There's 2 on the property.
Oh, there's 2 on the property?
And
That's
it's
good.
2 acres.
That's good.
Just connect this back together so it's working. Okay. Yep, it looks bad, right?
Yeah.
So I'll have him connect it.
Somebody had asked me, what is this right here?
What's this?
What's this?
You know what this is?
No. Well, I think I know what it is.
It's a little.
Some pet died.
Yes.
Put a little cemetery there.
Yes. Yeah. No, I mean I don't know where the vet. So that's where the last guy buried his dog, right?
Can you throw that away for us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody asked me about it, and I was like, yeah, I try to brush it off.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, we just need to get
Well,
rid of it.
actually, I'll have the same guy do it. He's going to come back and fill that in. He's still got to do that. He's been in Dallas doing a bunch of work.
Okay.
These switches too or no?
No. Those are
Don't
not
matter?
good. No.
Are those
That's
are not
probably
going to
for
get
the-
taken out? Or those
Oh,
just
did
gonna
we
work?
ask to get those taken out?
Oh, I don't know. I was asking
Oh,
because they got a light right there and then that.
See if that light goes on.
Yeah, it does.
Now, what about this? What about that stuff right there? Would that part of it to get removed?
No, but what I could do at minimum, you don't need that ceiling fan. It's so low.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need anything.
We'll just get rid of it.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll get rid of it, yes.
Yeah.
And then just put maybe like a metal cap or something underneath, one of those metal caps. So if you look under that sink, it's got the new
turn it on.
shut-off valve.
All right.
And maybe the water pressure's not on all the way. Do you think those valves are on all the way? Are they? Seems like water pressure's too low.
Two, I mean.
I can have the plumber check it out.
Can you have them check it out?
I sure will. I'll send him a message right now.
All right. Water heater. The water heater's in that little door right there. Where's the water heater? Is that
In the garage. In the garage.
Oh, in the garage.
Yeah.
They're not on here already. Remember?
Yeah, we didn't switch that out.
Okay, but they charged me for it though.
Wait, hold on.
Because that, I remember that was like a new water heater. I remember that. Now that I think about it, that was like a new one. As you can see, it's not really. It was already. That was one of the first things I noticed when we got this.
But we had it on your bid?
Yeah. Update Ream water heater. Keeping. Now I don't even know what that means.
Updated. Okay, so there's zero. Yeah, then
Oh,
yeah.
there's no charge.
Yeah, no charge. Yeah. We just did this.
I remember.
We
Right,
just did this. So he's gonna finish this, prime the garage. Yep. And that'll look nice. And then once all this junk is out of here, it'll look good. That garage door is just a manual open, but
Yeah, I wanted to
it's
make
fine.
sure. I wanted to make sure that it.
But it locked. You see, you got a little side lock. Pedro electrician says he's coming this afternoon. So take a look.
You want me to put a combination alarm on one side?
Combination.
Gas and electric.
Oh no, just.
You got gas here.
Oh, in that case.
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide.
It's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
just
that what that is?
No, this is regular.
Oh.
But that's for that one. I can put that one over there in case, you know.
Yeah, we need that.
it's a good idea, Julian. Yeah, just do it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I'm selling my ideas.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna charge you. That's a free.
I did that quick. Y'all want to replace that thing?
Yeah.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Awesome. Y'all gonna play around.
Yeah, play around.
All right, man. Jasmine, do you have any questions?
Payment I have to make or anything?
So last 10%. If you guys need to walk it again with me or by yourselves,
We'll do it one more time.
and then by Thursday, Friday, the last 10%. Yep.
Okay.
So we need to get with 212 loan, so they can come out and get their inspectors come out here. So we already did the inspection, now they're gonna bring their guys out here.
Right.
Because they
Okay.
have an in-house inspector.
Okay.
Correct.
That way you can get refunded.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You close this one out and then start looking for something else.
I already talked to my realtor, yeah?
And we go wherever. Conroe down to Freeport.
Down to Freeport? But y'all live here in Houston?
San Antonio.
I do a lot of that. We go everywhere. Everywhere.
San Antonio?
No.
Not big time.
So today is the final day. Everything is practically done. Here is paperwork. Now this paperwork is for the contractor to kind of walk through and check everything off that we paid for the rehab. And then I'm gonna get my money back. Here's how we're looking. Looking pretty good. Okay, looking real nice. All right, so they basically cleaned up everything. I think the cleaning lady came in here. We're gonna replace those blinds. Look at that. It's looking real spiffy in here. It's still cold as can be. 57. All right, I'm gonna come to this bedroom. Wow. Okay, clean the carpets and everything. Okay, she did her thing in here. All right, so right now we're waiting on the contractor. We're standing in the kitchen. Everything is practically done. The cleaning lady came. The only thing we need to figure out is, I don't know what this is. I don't know if the camera will catch it. I don't know if there's a hole. I don't know what that is. Okay, but there's some little small nicks that I've already seen. That being one of them, and then the light. We were supposed to have a little pull down latch. Let me check and see if the fire detector was put in. He pointed out that there was supposed to be one right here. There's not one right there. Yeah, it's like little small stuff I noticed. He did replace that. So there's still some minor details, like this dog graveyard, which wasn't removed yet. I think we spoke about removing it in the previous video, along with the pool. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the pool got covered, of course, but during the time the soil was supposed to basically settle, I don't know, I'm just assuming here. The soil was supposed to settle, the concrete, whatever. It was pouring rain for probably 3 days straight. So it made the pool sink in whatever was covered on top. So we're gonna have to figure that out as well whenever they come by. Oh, and another thing is, I wish I captured this footage, but when I first got the home, a landscaper throughout the neighborhood, I'm assuming he does it for others, he came by, gave me his card. I'm going to hire him to make the, the outside and the backyard look even more presentable to potential tenants that want to live in this home.
Hello.
Electrician, I think he can come out. He's not real far from here. This afternoon, about a half day, and then the other guy come out for a couple little things.
Okay.
Looks nice and clean.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Just like you said, beginning of February, middle of February, but it turned out good.
Yeah, this is a great little place for her to start.
Yeah, to start off with.
This is perfect.
Yeah. What really helped is adding that extra bedroom, converting that garage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
The loan, are we gonna hold off on it? Remember, I have to get my money back, the 41,400.
No, that just goes with me. The 41,400. Now what we got to do is yes, hold off until these little knick-knack stuff gets done. Then once it gets done, what's going to happen is we notify 212 loan, the inspection department. They're going to come out here. They're going to look at everything, make sure everything is completed according to the items. Once the inspection says it's done, it's going to take 2 to 3 days before we get refunded the full amount of money back.
Okay.
41,000 plus.
Gotcha.
So that's what it says. It takes care of the purchase price, closing costs, and the rehab costs. Yes, you're gonna have to come out of money, out of pocket some, but for the most part, that's the beauty about hard money lending. They take care of pretty much everything. This is a very good home for your starter home. I hope you know that. It really is. Seriously, this is a very good home for your starter home. I think my very first one, it wasn't this good. And I certainly,
what makes this one so good?
the location, the amount that you had to put down, the fact that you used a hard money lender. I didn't know all this stuff when I first started out. My house wasn't even close to this nice. I came out of pocket for my rehab costs because I didn't know. So what makes this house so good? It's a good size, good neighborhood, elementary school down the street, next to the highways, and the conversion of the 2-car garage into a bedroom was key.
So, since your first home wasn't that great, tell me, you didn't have a mentor then, right?
No.
Which is why the first home wasn't the best.
That wasn't my best home. I should have had mentorship or joined some type of group. I figured I can wing it and figure this stuff out.
You hear that?
I messed up.
You hear that? Anything else you'd like to say?
Nope, that's it.
So first home, this is a great home. Now, the next part is, we need to put someone in this property. Now, in my previous videos, we've had like 4 people come toward the home. And every single one of them seemed interested, but they were not really interested. So what do you think is going on?
That's just part of the process. We want somebody that's serious and that's interested. So that's just part of it. People are gonna come, they're gonna act like it, and then the next thing you know, it just fizzles out. Sometimes it's just like that. So we want serious people in here. It'll come. That's just part of the business.
All right, don't mind how I look right now. I just want to turn on the camera to let y'all know that we actually found someone to live in the property, and it's taken so long. It's currently the end of March. We're about to go into April. It took all that time just to secure one person. Now, this person is a mother. She has children. They are planning to live in this home to raise a child. And it's such a great fit. We don't want anyone to just live in our home for 1 year and then leave. It's such a long-term game, but that's besides the point. I just want to turn on the camera to let y'all know that it's about that time. We're going to go shoot a little bit of her signing the contracts and everything like that. But besides that, I don't want to shoot too much of her because she's actually going to be living in the property. And I just want her to feel, like she has some sort of privacy. Hopefully she loves the property. I think this is gonna be the first time she actually tours the home. She's seen several pictures, videos. We've been on calls with each other. Talking fast, but I just wanted to share that with y'all before we head to the property.
I think she's a great candidate. Seems to be honest, seems to be nice. We'll be doing a check on everything. I'm still gonna check everything. That's what I always do. Come to find out, her kids go to an elementary school, walking distance from the home, right outside the neighborhood, because there's elementary school there. She works nearby. She grew up in the area. Her parents live nearby. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make sure we got all the paperwork.
Those are from my past
is the ones that I rented before. The references pretty much.
All right. I think that's everything. You gave me your driver's license, you got all that. And like I said, when you move in, or but prior to it, if everything goes by, then we'll do a walkthrough, check everything, make sure everything is good, everything's legit. Do you have any questions?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Okay. So it started off very interesting, right? I got my first house, I got the rehab process squared away, and I might just throw up some pictures here and there or some videos of showing y'all the aftermath of how the rehab turned out. I think it turned out amazing. 4 bedrooms now, there's still 2 baths, but the 2 restrooms have been completely redone, especially for the master bedroom. I know that it's not the ideal master bedroom. It's a small house already, but for the size, I think it looks pretty amazing. It's a standing shower, and then the other guest bathroom was also redone. The shower looked completely outdated. It is now, you know, a bathtub slash shower. I think it looks incredible. Same with the additional bedroom. Instead of it being a 2-car garage, I mentioned that it's now a 1-car garage just with an additional bedroom. It just adds more value to the property, and it's just extra space, you know, in the house. Kitchen was redone, brand new appliances. Everything just looks way more up to date. Before it was like wooden, how do you call those? Shelves, drawers, whatever, cabinets. Okay, so majority of the stuff in the house basically outdated. Okay, everything got replaced, new carpets, new paint, details on what small things were added, deleted. I just want to say